Hey y'all, it's Imani here, also known as Purposely Transforming. This is my initial Purpose Talks weekly video. So today's video, I will be talking about how to stay motivated and what to do on days when you're not motivated. I have like 4 steps or things that I ask myself and take myself through in order to figure out why I am not motivated, why I'm not consistent, what is happening with me personally, and hopefully you can apply it to yourself. So for the record, I'm gonna be coming from the perspective of being a content creator, which I have a YouTube channel and podcast. So me trying to stay consistent with videos and just be present weekly. So clearly I'm challenging myself with that even now. So my 4 tips is get to the root, replace the time that you may not be using to do content with something still productive. Number 3, motivate yourself with yourself, like through your own content, through your own progression. Go back and look at how far you've come. Number 4, also assess your overall health and know that it is okay and healthy to rest if that is what you really need. All right, so let's go back. Get into the root. For me, I've had to say, am I not motivated right now because I have some self-doubt? Am I just being lazy, procrastinating? Am I resting too much? Am I just binge watching Netflix? What am I doing? Why have I lost motivation? And one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that the synonym for motivate is encourage. And the reason why I think it's so important for me to introduce this topic for Purpose Talks Weekly is because the enemy would love for you to not do anything. He would love it. It's his foot in the door to keep you stagnant. It's his foot in the door to keep you from producing the things the Lord may want out of your life and from you as a person. Rather it's working out, rather it is you building or expanding or starting a business. If you're a content creator, he doesn't want you to be in purpose. And so that's why we have to address the lack of motivation, because either 1, the enemy could be the reason, or number 2, if you don't figure out what it is, you give the enemy room to take advantage of that moment. Number 2 is replace that time with something productive. So clearly, if you follow me and you have if you subscribe to my podcast, I'm not exactly consistent with the weekly podcast episodes the way I would like to. But a lot of the time during the week when I should be, recording a podcast, or even some days I've sat down to, I've realized that, I may not do my own podcast episode, but I'm going to listen to some podcast episodes. I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to watch and listen to Mike Todd, Sarah Jakes, one of my faves, Stephen Furtick, someone to still pour into me, because that helps me with content. That pours wisdom into me, and that is still productive. So you may not feel like doing one thing, but still do something in order to be active, in order to produce for that day, in order to do something that you can look back and say, well, I was still productive. If you don't feel like doing a video or, organizing your products, whatever the case may be, well, I still don't think you should binge watch Netflix or, just lay around and take naps all day. Still figure out a way to be productive. Number 3, this is for someone who deals with self-doubt, which I do a lot. A lot of the times when I'm not putting out content, I'm just in a place of just overthinking X, Y, and Z. And what I had to do even recently, especially in the month of June, I had to go and look at my progress. One thing the enemy does to get you discouraged or keep you discouraged is he makes you feel like you haven't progressed. Now, we have to always remember, progress isn't perfection. There are some things you may still need to work on and do better, but look at how far you've come. Look at the fact that you started. For me, I started my podcast in March of this month, and I started beating myself up about not being consistent, but then I realized I started it. I have several episodes. I can go back, I've even listened to my episodes and just figured out what can I get out of it. I went and screenshot, people's comments and responses, and I just encouraged myself and loved on myself to remind myself that I can keep going, that I can do this. And honestly, it really helped me to get back into that vein that I really needed. And that's how you guys see me here right now. And the last tip is assess your overall health. Know that it's okay to rest. Are you somebody that's just one of those people who overworks yourself? You don't make time for a social life. You don't make time to, just do self-care. During this quarantine, y'all, self-care is important. I know we want to produce those books. I know we have all of this pressure that seems like you have free time, so you should be doing so much. But listen, we're human. we need some time to rest. Also, this is a good way of assessing your mental health and your emotional health, because it may be affecting you and what you need to be doing. And sometimes you think you're just not motivated, but there's a deeper issue. So my main point with how to stay motivated and how to keep going when you don't want to is know why you're not wanting to. Make sure you understand the root reason so that you're able to then put in steps to get yourself out of that place. But if you don't know why you're not feeling motivated, you're gonna find yourself in that same cycle. And so I hope that this video helped you. I wanted to keep it nice short. Thank you guys so much for those who will view this video and for those who are gonna tune in every week. I will see you all next week with a video called Intentional Decisions versus Impulsive Decisions. And I'm so excited for that. Once again, these purpose talks are to help you stay in purpose and to encourage you to produce. So the thing that I say to conclude all my videos, thank you guys for watching, is change on purpose, change for a purpose. And in order to do that, you must surrender to God daily, because He gives you purpose. He tells you who you are. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.